About 2 weeks ago, Apple dropped a bombshell of a paper. Apple called this the illusion of thinking. It has gone absolutely viral. That exposed the myth of AI reasoning. It changed my perspective almost forever, and it also shaped my illusion of AGI. I previously thought it would be possible within the next 5 years, but it probably we're looking at it in the next decade. I'm about to show you exactly why those so-called thinking AI models, including OpenAI O3, Claude 3.7, and DeepSeek R1, are creating what Apple researchers call the illusion of thinking. What does that mean? Let's dive in to find out what Apple is after. Before I continue, I would like to keep one thing in mind. Apple currently does not have an operational LLM. Could that be a reason that it is just a coping mechanism? But that's just a thought to keep in the background. Here's what's happening. Every major AI company now releasing reasoning models. These are the AIs that supposedly think before answering. Take a look at figure number 2 from Apple paper. Even on established math benchmark, the performance patterns are inconsistent. Math 500 shows similar performance between thinking and non-thinking model. If that is the case, then it is just an inefficient system. But any benchmark tells a whole different story. But here's the kicker. Apple researchers discovered these models are basically faking it. They test them on simple puzzles that any human can solve with basic logic. In other words, these thinking models are so desperately dependent on the data that is available on the World Wide Web that if you give them something separate and they try to create something different than what is already available, the AI models drastically failed. And that is the essence of this. In section 2, let me show you exactly what Apple did. As you can see in figure number 3, they use 4 classic puzzles. The Tower of Hanoi, where you move disks between the pegs following simple rules. Checker jumping, swap colored checkers on the board. Number 3, river crossing. Get everyone across safely. Number 4, blocks world. Rearrange blocks to match a pattern. Now, watch what happened in figure 4 when they increase complexity. Imagine you're teaching someone to make sandwich. That's a simple task. Now imagine teaching them to make 10 sandwiches in a specific order. These AI models are like someone who can perfectly describe sandwich making theory, but completely falls apart when actually doing it. So in theory they work, but in reality that fails. Now that is not very good news for the AI agents now. AI agent, definitely a lot of them works and works great. You can do phenomenal stuff with these agents. I'll make a further video on that. Look at the Tower of Hanoi results in figure 4. At n equal to 3 disks, n representing the number of disks, Claude 3.7 Sonnet thinking achieved nearly 100% accuracy. But at n equal to 10, which means the number of disks increase, it drops literally to 0. Completely system failure, which means that they have completely stopped trying altogether. There are 3 regimes of AI performance. Apple discovered AI model operates in 3 distinct regimes, beautifully illustrated in this figure number 5. Number 1 is low complexity, the overthinking zone, where the complexity is low and the compute power is quite high. Look at the left panel of figure 5. Simple problems were standard models actually outperform reasoning models. In here, the standard models did phenomenally well, outperforming their reasoning models. Reasoning models waste thousands of tokens overthinking, like using a calculator to add 2 plus 2. Now to put more emphasis on this, if you remember, the OpenAI CEO, Sam Altman, recently says that saying thank you and please waste millions, if not billions of dollars in compute power. That is basically what they were referring to. The regime number 2 is medium complexity, the sweet spot. Middle panel of figure 5 shows reasoning model gaining some advantage, but it's marginal and inconsistent. Still prone to random failures. That is not a good sign. High complexity, the death zone. Right panel of figure 5, both models type completely collapse on a very high complexity. Now this is where you need your AI model to work. Now imagine you have a law firm, and that law firm, you have simple problems that chat can solve it for you. Then you have medium complexity, which you're okay with it, your employee can do it. Where you really need help is the complex problems. Now if you build an agent around this and they collapse each time they reach a complex problem, it is completely pointless to have that agent running. Models actually reduce thinking effort as problems get harder. So basically they just simply gave up. Well, clearly they're not from Japan. So that's a bit of a shame. Again, as I will emphasize, we have to look for more data to come in. Could Apple be doing a coping mechanism here? Section 4, the shocking token usage pattern. Now, efficiency is something we have to take in consideration. This is where it gets really weird. Look at figure number 6. At figure number 6, it shows how many thinking tokens model use at a different complexity level. See that pattern? As problems get harder, model initially use more tokens. Makes sense, which is perfect. But then, as this is a shocking part, they suddenly start using fewer tokens even as the problems get even harder. It is like watching a student giving up on a test halfway through. The models literally stop trying. Now that is something to be incredibly, absolutely catastrophically worried about. As I said, in an analogy, if you have a law firm and you sell them agents, and these agents stop trying when the problem becomes extremely hard, and that to me is a deadly flaw. So if agentic AI is not going to work with this model, maybe, just maybe, some of the other models could be of interest, like biological computers or Neuralink. If a human brain can do it, it should be simple in theory that a computer should be able to do it, and that's a big if there, but that's a path to go forward. Now let's talk about the AI insight thoughts, the real smoking gun here. If you look at figure 7a, position of correct versus incorrect solution. This is my favorite discovery. Apple analyzes what happens inside the AI's thinking process, shown in figure 7a. The overthinking phenomenon. Green dots, correct solution, versus red dots, incorrect solutions. On simple problem, AI finds the right answer early, then keep exploring wrong solutions. On medium problem, AI explores many wrong paths before finding the right one. On hard problem, AI never finds correct solutions at all, which means a total, complete collapse of thinking models. Figure 7b. Solution accuracy over thinking time. Figure 7b reveal something even crazier. For simple Tower of Hanoi, problem n equal 1 to 3, meaning disks. 1 to 3, the AI's accuracy actually decreases the longer it thinks. It literally overthinks itself into failure. The most damning evidence of this scenario is in figure 8a and 8b, algorithmic given experiment. Here's the part that proves that these models don't truly reason. Look at figure 8a and 8b. Researchers give the model the exact algorithms to solve Tower of Hanoi. The result, they still failed. The exact same complexity levels. As shown in figure 8c and 8d with first wrong move analysis. And check out figure 8c and 8b, fascinating inconsistency in Tower of Hanoi. Claude can make 100 plus correct moves before failing, but in river crossing it fails just after 4 to 5 moves. This suggests they have pattern matching for training data, not actually reasoning. In other words, it was limited by the data available on the internet. So what this means for you? Let's go back to figure 1 from the paper. It perfectly summarizes everything. Bottom left, accuracy collapse beyond critical complexity. Bottom medium, thinking effort paradoxically decreased for harder problems. Bottom right, model finds correct solution early for simple problems, late for medium problems, and never for hard problems. Practical takeaways. Don't trust complex reasoning. Great for simple tasks, terrible for multi-steps planning. The thinking is often theater. Longer responses does not equal better reasoning. We're still far from AGI. Current models use pattern matching, not reasoning. In conclusion, the reality check we needed. Apple research summarized perfectly in the figure 1 reveal an unformatable truth. Despite billions in investment and massive hype, current AI model, even the most advanced reasoning ones, fail at basic logic, tasks that children can solve. The bottom line, AI excel at pattern recognition, but truly reasoning, we're not there yet. So, AI can be used as a tool to enhance you and empower you, but not for replacing or critical thinking. It is certainly not for replacing or critical thinking. So what do you think? Are we putting too much faith in AI thinking and reasoning abilities? Drop your thoughts in the comments. For the next video, I want to walk you through how to make an N8N agent for uploading automatically short form YouTube content. I've been experimenting with that. If you like that, comment yes, and I will definitely be making that. Hopefully you enjoy this one and the next video. Thank you very much for the subscribers I have. I truly appreciate that. Stay in touch and we will continue this journey. Thank you for watching.